everybody, it's Andrea. Welcome to my channel and to another speed build. Today I have something that is not a one bedroom, one bathroom cottage. I somehow got inspired to build a 3 bedroom, 3 bathroom, fairly large Victorian home in Strangerville. So that is exactly what I did. And I'm really excited with how it turned out. It's been so long since I've built a Victorian, and I think they're probably my favorite to build. My goal with this build was to try to use things in colors and items and wallpapers and things that I don't typically use in my builds. So it's definitely a different style on the inside than it would normally be. Ozzy's up here again, of course. Every time I start a voiceover, he jumps right up here. So, sorry. Anyway, I wanted to really use things that I don't normally use because I really am trying to branch out and make my builds different from each other. I feel like for the most part I kind of stick to the same interior, and aside from the occasional like industrial or modern build, I'm really stuck in that cottagey, cutesy kind of vibe. So I really wanted to get away from that, and I kind of hope I did that with this build. We'll see. It's still kind of cutesy. I just can't get away from it entirely. But I started with that blue door, and I think that's kind of what inspired the build in general. I don't know why, but I really love that blue door. It is amazing. The stuff that came with Strangerville is really great for the build mode items, so I was excited to get to use those, some of the windows and stuff. And I really think Strangerville, despite being probably one of my least favorite packs, has one of my favorite worlds. I think it is beautiful. The desert, it's so nice. And I also got a chance to use some of the cactuses and different things that it came with, and I'm just overall kind of happy with it. I imagine that the Sims who live here are pretty wealthy, hence why they're able to have so much greenery, is because they can afford the water that it takes to keep everything green and lush and nice, whereas some other people in this area may not be able to. So I definitely imagine that they're very wealthy. There are 3 bedrooms, so I did include 2 kids' bedrooms, one for a toddler and one for a child, though you could absolutely and very easily change that to a teen or change it to a guest room or whatever you want to do with it. And the back of the house, as you could probably see, went through several different iterations. I just could not decide what I wanted to do. And at first, like, I had to cut out quite a bit of me roofing because there was this one complete side of the house that I absolutely changed completely because I could not figure out how to roof it. And then that side of the house went completely flat because it was too big, and I wanted to have a bump out on this side, and it was actually kind of hard to get the final shape of this house down, not gonna lie. And then the current siding that you see doesn't stay. I actually changed it off camera, and it's a very similar color scheme. It's still the white and blue, but I only did the blue on the roof pieces rather than chunks of the whole wall. So also, I don't know why, but I found it really hard to pick a window design for the tower thing. Like, I don't know why that's so difficult, but I found it difficult. Yeah, so I also cut out all the bathrooms, I think. The video was getting really long, and I feel like if you've seen one bathroom, you've seen them all. So I just went ahead and cut them out, because there's nothing special. They're just your typical, toilet, shower, bathtub, whatever. The master suite has one of those fancy, like, jacuzzi tubs, so, that's that. What else? I did some detail on the roof, which I actually did off camera too. Now that I think about it, you can see just a flash of it there. I did some of those, I don't know what they're called, roof decor. I also put in a pool, because if you live in the desert, I feel like, and if you're wealthy enough to have water to water your lawn, you might as well have a pool as well. So I did that. I feel like they have a pretty nice backyard area. And we are starting on the landscaping. I did originally start out putting my favorite flowers in, which is those. I forget what they're called. But I took them out again and went with more kind of greenery. I didn't really like how the colors were so colorful. If that makes sense. I know that doesn't make sense, but here we are with the cactuses. These you can get if you use bb.show hidden objects, and they're just in the plant category and everything, and they're really cool and they fit in really well with this world. And then I just put in some rocks, of course, because it's a desert, so there are rocks. So sorry if you notice a little bit of jump in audio there. My cat totally lost his mind and disconnected everything, so my audio stopped, and I'd been talking for like 10 minutes and didn't even realize it, so that's cool. He's all up in my face all the time. But anyway, now I have no idea what I was saying. I got so far. We're just doing some landscaping. I don't know if I even said this. I should have cut half of this out because I feel like there's so much here, but I had fun with it. This is stuff, again, that I really haven't used that much, like these cacti, and actually all the cacti, and I just, you know, I haven't used it, so I was really excited to do so. And then we're doing this little sitting area. Am I doing it yet? I don't know. Let's see. Yes, we are. And I'm doing this little sitting area, and strangely enough, I think this is one of my favorite places in the build. It's just so simple. It's just a bench and a table and a candle and a rug, but it just looks like a nice place to sit outside and one evening after work, have a cup of coffee or tea, or probably tea at that time, and watch everyone go by. And you know it's StrangerVille, so there's going to be some crazy things happening and people walking by, and who doesn't like to spy on their neighbors and get all the like neighborhood dirt? I don't know, maybe that's just me, but yeah, so I just think that's a really nice little place, and I didn't do too much more on the porch. I think I might have added in a few more plants or something, but I just didn't want to go too crazy out here. I didn't think it needed it. Of course, lots of flowers and stuff. So pretty. I can't not have a build without landscaping. Like, if I ever had to do a minimal landscaping build, I honestly think that I would not be able to do it. So yep, so we're just adding some hedges along the side, making it look super pretty and lush. And I actually fenced in this build. Like, I so rarely fence in my builds lately, but I did it. And there's more landscaping back here. I think next time, like, I'm just gonna have to cut out some landscaping because there's only so much you can watch before you're like, okay, I get it. Although I really like to see landscaping videos because it gives me lots of ideas and things that I hadn't necessarily thought of. So I know sometimes people don't like all the detail in there, but I really do. I really, really do. And yeah, there's more and more and more. And I think we throw a swing set out here for the kiddo sims, and what else? I think that's it for the kids. But there's the pool and stuff, which is, you know, perfect for the desert. I figure if these people, like, I think I said this already, but they're definitely rich. They have money for all this water, even more landscaping, and of course the outdoor bins. I always forget those, but I feel like they're definitely necessary in any build you have. What else do I have to say? I'm so annoyed at my cat because now I did that little bit and I can't remember any. I don't want to like repeat things. I don't think that I'm going to at this point because soon we'll be getting into the inside. Yeah, see, so now we do, after we do the flooring and the wallpaper, we do pop back outside to do a little bit more landscaping in the back, but for the most part we are done with landscaping, so we are in the home stretch. So again, on the inside I tried to use wallpapers and colors that I normally wouldn't use. Normally I don't use wallpapers, I do wall like paint colors or stone or brick or something like that, so this is totally new for me. I don't mind how it turned out. It's not my personal style, but again, I don't live here, and I try to build and decorate for the sim that I'm thinking of. And also that green room with the flower wallpaper, somehow, and I don't know how this happened, I got the green dinosaur paper is on one wall and the rest of the walls are the flower wall. And I didn't do that on purpose, but you might see it in the screenshots. I don't know how it happened. And I didn't realize it until I was furnishing, but I actually left it in there because I just thought it ended up kind of cute. So I also took away one of the windows in that room because, I don't know, they didn't need that many windows, really. And but yeah, so we are, I think, yeah, we're just about done with this, and then we go run downstairs to finish up some landscaping. And what did we do? I don't think we did too much. left down here, just a little bit here. Those low-lying, like pale, like flowers, I think they're called, are so great for like, they work for almost any style in any landscape. I think they'd easily work in the tropical worlds. They work in StrangerVille. They're just amazing, and I love them. See, that didn't take us too long, but now we're moving on to the interior finally. So originally I had meant to keep the kitchen and dining room as one big room, and then as I was doing it, I kind of realized that, well, it's probably not terribly realistic. Victorians tend to not have an open floor plan at all, so I went ahead and closed it up, which you'll see in just a second, and I added a couple doorways so you can get in. Obviously, you need to get in there to eat, but I hope I didn't playtest this build, as I typically don't, because I don't really play the game that much, and I just don't. I can't be bothered, to be honest with you. I just want to build. I did put it on the gallery if it's so you can download it if you want, but just keep in mind it's not play tested. I did not put anything in super weird positions, so theoretically everything should be fine, but you may need to do some minor adjustments. So apologies in advance, but that's just the way it works for me. But yeah, so we have our kitchen. Nothing is terribly cluttered in this build. I didn't clutter up the kitchen right away. I actually went, I think after this I went and did the little entryway and one of the living areas. But I tried to keep it kind of a traditional looking little build. I put a little table in here so someone could sit and chat as, you know, you cooked and stuff. And then the entryway is just your typical entryway. It's got a nice chair where you can sit and put your shoes on, and a table, and there's one of the shelf things from Laundry Day, which we come back in here later too and clutter it up as well. Because my first and initial thought was that I was going to put in the basic items and then come back and clutter, and I did that at first, but then I totally changed my mind. So I think the next room we get to is the like informal living area, and I clutter that one, and then from then on I'm just like, okay, we have to finish all the rooms at one time. So yep, so this house has 2 living rooms because why not? This is the informal one with the TV, and it has some toys for the kids, and it's just much more of a chill space, despite the fact that that sofa is quite fancy. It's still their little informal area. So this again is something that is way outside of my comfort zone when decorating. It's a little more grandma-y kind of, actually, but I actually really like it. I think it turned out really cute. It's muted, very muted in color. It's not bright. It's just kind of cozy, to be honest. So I threw that toy clutter in the back, and there's more plants, of course. I don't think I could do a build without plants. They just add such character to a house. I just really like the way they look, and I couldn't not put any in here. It would make me very sad. But yeah, so we're just throwing a few finishing touches there. I love that lamp that I put on the coffee table, and I put some leaves over the what even is that? A fireplace. It has been so long since I've done a voiceover more than like 10 minutes. This is a chore. This is a serious chore. I have to get used to it again. And then I just threw that little table in the corner there to put something there, and then I put a picture, and it took me an ungodly long time to pick a picture to put here. I don't know why, but we will be moving into our formal living room. I imagine that the formal living area is where they would have guests over for tea or coffee or some sort of fancy pastry. Maybe they do business deals or some sort of weird StrangerVille nonsense from this room. I don't know. Speaking of StrangerVille nonsense, I was originally going to put a second level. There is a basement with like a laundry and stuff in it. I was going to put a second level, like a hidden level, and put all the StrangerVille paranoia stuff in there, but I ended up not doing that because by the time I got to this point, I was just like, I'm ready to be done. This house has enough. Like, I just, it is such a chore. I said I wasn't going to do big houses like this on my YouTube channel, and then what do I turn around and do? A big house like this. So I can't be trusted. I cannot be trusted. Yeah, so I also put a little book nook in the corner over there, which you saw. I can't not do that. They're my favorite part. And then you also probably got a glimpse of the half bathroom. Like I said, I did not keep any of those in here because they're so typical. No one needs to see a bathroom 3 times in a row. So, and then I just we're getting to the clutter in the last few rooms that I didn't do before I went upstairs. I had to add candles too. I feel like plants and candles are kind of my calling card, you know? It's just, I can't not have a build. They're just so homey and nice, and I like them a lot. And I threw up some pictures by the stairs, and then I threw some, like, what I like to call kid clutter by the entryway. There's a backpack, some, like, books, which might be homework or whatever, and these cute little flowers that I love. I don't know why I love that clutter so much. When you size it down, it's like the perfect size. So, it's so good. And that red shelf, you see me using it a lot, is such a lifesaver, honestly. Most things you can just use the 9 key or whatever to raise it up nicely, but some things you absolutely cannot. And then we're just cluttering up the kitchen really quick. I didn't do a ton of clutter in here because I felt like these people just wouldn't have a ton of clutter. They have so much cabinet space anyway. I feel like so much of it can go in the cabinets, but I had to put some stuff on top of the fridge and a fruit bowl. And then, so you can always tell what I'm craving in real life when I do my kitchens, because I put in a tea maker because I really want tea right now. And after this voiceover, I'm gonna need it. And I put in that pastry display box, which is supposed to be for cafes, but I thought it was really cute on the counter. I put in that because I am craving sugar really badly, but I'm trying to resist because it's not, I don't need it. I don't need it right now. But anyway, yeah, so just a little bit of clutter in here, not too much. I didn't want to go crazy like I normally do. And then in the dining room, I just add a picture on the wall, and I think some flowers on the table, and call it a day. Like, you really don't need a ton in the dining room. And then I just throw, I was going to put the grill on here, but then I didn't. I actually put that down outside. But then I just put a little seating area here. So you can sit in the shade, you can watch the kids in the pool, or whatever you want to do. Nothing too crazy. I wanted so badly to have a window in this area, but the steps inside, if I put a window there, you just would have seen stairs. You wouldn't have actually seen anything. So it looks a little plain, and I didn't know how to fix it, but you know, it is what it is. So, and then I put a little seating area outside as well. So there's also a grill so they can barbecue, and yeah, it just looks like a cute little area. And we're finally moving upstairs. I cut out, you'll be able to see glimpses of the bathrooms. Again, this is the child's bedroom, and I ended up changing the wallpaper because it was really hard for me to pick a bed. And then I picked the curtains, and I was like, the wallpaper doesn't work with the bed, but the curtains work with the bed. And so, I bet this is how the green dinosaur got into the other room somehow. I don't know how, but that's how it happened. But yeah, somehow this green dinosaur paper got onto one wall in the other room. So weird. Whatever. I originally had a desk in here, but I switched it out for the science table. I love the new science table that came with Snowy Escape. I'm so glad they gave us one that looks a lot better. I also imagine that this kid is really into science, but his parents really want him to be into music, or her, or whoever. And I put a scouting book in here. I didn't put a scouting board in here, but I think you get that for free. Also, I really just wanted an excuse to use that toddler bed from Eco Lifestyle. It doesn't even really fit in the room, but I'm like, I'm using it. I don't care. I'm doing it. And then I just threw in a couple toys and stuff. I didn't decorate this room too much. Normally I do go a little crazier with kids' rooms, but I just wasn't feeling it this time. But I did put in, of course, a little book nook and those cute little animal chairs that I love so much. And a rug of some sort, I can't remember. Oh yeah, the dinosaur rug. Oh no, it has elephants on it. See, you can see the dinosaur wall. It's so random. I don't know how that happened. But whatever, it's not a big deal. Like, it is what it is. And then these people really didn't have an office. I could have put one downstairs, I think, in the formal living area, but I decided to just make a little nook up here. I think both the parents probably have traditional jobs where they actually go to their jobs, so I don't think they really need a work from home space. And then of course I had to put something in this spot because there's literally nothing. Yeah, so, and flowers. So I didn't go too crazy, honestly. And then finally we're getting to the master bedroom, which again is just very muted. I did some yellows and some blues, and it's very chill. And it was really hard to kind of work things in with those blue windows, I'm not gonna lie, but I think yellow and blue always kind of goes together, especially light yellow and blue. Like blue blue and yellow together are very loud and very like crazy. But yeah, I think it turned out nice. And I just put some tables around. I was hoping to put in one of those window seat things, but they didn't fit in that particular configuration of wall that I had going on. But those chairs from Cats and Dogs look so comfy, and I just want to grab a fuzzy blanket and curl up in one. It just looks so nice. I want to curl up in one so badly. I'm starting to realize that plant that I just put next to the mirror is in this house like 15 times, and apparently I just can't stop using it. I love it so much. It's so nice. Yeah, and we do have another little seating area out here. That's nothing, just a table and some chairs, and of course a candle because I can't stop, won't stop. And then we head downstairs to the laundry area, I believe. Yep. So this is just your typical laundry area basement. It's got your washer and dryer. It's got some clutter. I did use the shelf from StrangerVille, so it does have some of the, like, it has like a gas mask on it and stuff. I don't know. But there's some other stuff in there. But anyway, we are heading into the screenshots now, so I just want to say thank you if you made it this far with me. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave me a comment down below. I always love to hear from you. It makes me super happy. And of course, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!